Because I'd done my own startup during college. It was something that it had become very clear for me that I loved it. We understand that even if our product is it evolving in the right direction or not? Is our customer happy with the product or not? School days were pretty normal. I had an inclination towards science from an early age. This is what the country needs, and yeah, we are gonna ensure that we build the right product for them, and the impact is there. But at that time, it felt that it was not the right step. Right after college, thought that we should get some experience. A card that is provided to the child, so it's a digital asset that they can use. If they lose it, also it's safe. They can lock the card if they want. When you start your entrepreneurship journey, there'll be a lot of people saying that you won't be able to do it, or there'll be X amount of issues.
Hello viewers, welcome back to the latest episode on GIBS IRE Talks podcast powered by GIBS Business School, a place where innovation meets inspiration. This is Professor Guru Prasad, the host for today. What I often feel one of the strongest pillar of the Indian economy is the financial sector, and I'm a strong believer of that. And the transformation that this industry has seen has been incredible from the 1980s and the early 2000s. And post-pandemic, we have seen an amazing transformation, which probably also has led India to be one of the strongest economies in the world today. At the same time, what bothers me as an academician is the financial literacy part of it. But I still believe a major of the population, even today, are not completely aware, or a great understanding and a clarity of this in this domain is big time missing. So discuss and deliberate on the same topic. Today, I have a very young entrepreneur with me, Mr. Mitul Mehta, who is a co-founder of Streak. On behalf of all my viewers, I extend a heartfelt welcome to you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's a pleasure having you.
Yes, pleasure to be here.
It always excites me when I meet a young entrepreneurs like you, because you're the one who can really speak on the Gen Z, because the most of us who are watching right now are the budding entrepreneurs of your age.
Right.
So before I get into the domain, I would definitely love to know your early life, your upbringing, your school days, the college days. How was it?
School days were pretty normal. I had an inclination towards science from an early age. So it was pretty clear that I wanted to go after engineering. But in engineering, I don't think I was clear that I wanted the field that I took in, which was electrical. Okay. I think I would have chose differently now, thinking back. But yeah, my family is a business family. Okay. So my family has done business for almost 50 plus years. Oh. So, I've seen business evolve, grow in the family from my young days. So I think that led me to entrepreneurship.
That was already in your genes, if I'm right.
Yeah. And college was great. I come from VIT University, Bangalore. Okay. Had a lot of fun over there, learned a lot of things, built a very strong network. In my final year, I had a venture as well, which I started with my current co-founder only, where we wanted to test the waters and see if we would have fun with it and would it be exciting, can we learn? We learned a lot of things that time, but at that time, it felt that it was not the right step. Right after college, thought that we should get some experience. So then led to my work life after that. But yeah, my family has been fully supportive. They always have. I think I took a lot of risk during my early college life, and also didn't sit for placements in college. So took a lot of risks. Took a bet on myself, thinking that I'll figure it out. And I'm happy that it worked out in some way.
And that's a very strong point that my viewers should note it.
Yeah.
We always talk about risk taking,
Yes.
The entrepreneurial journey begins with that.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. It's a lot of risk, but self-belief is key at that point. A lot of people might not believe in you. They might say that, it's too early for you. But at the end of the day, you need to do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Because there are no, you should have no regrets later.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. I mean, did you work after your engineering for some time, or you get into venture immediately?
Yeah. So I got into marketing. I worked at Rapido and Cred for almost around 1.8 years or so. And learned a lot of things from those places. And then me and my co-founder Shiv decided, okay, it's time that we start something of our own, and we did.
But was there a mismatch there? Electrical engineering to marketing? There's no link
Yeah,
there.
so electrical engineering, I got through engineering, but I didn't particularly enjoy the field. And I felt that even if I go through it getting a job in my core sector, I might not be the best engineer. So I decided, okay, I need to play to my strengths. I had an inclination always to build something. I never was of the mindset to build something in a particular sector.
But still, you continued electrical engineering till the end. Usually,
Yes,
when
yes,
people
absolutely.
realize that, they quit in between.
No, I didn't want to quit.
Great.
That was one thing that I took up as a challenge. I was very sure. My father had also asked me if I wanted to, take a drop and move to something else that is more inclined towards entrepreneurship.
Yes.
But
You were very clear.
I was very clear that I've started it. I'll go through with it. I'll complete it, and it was a challenge. I didn't want to back off from it. So, yeah.
That's another key ingredient for an entrepreneur. Never quit attitude.
Never quit. Never.
That's good.
Yes.
But anyways, finally, how was that marketing life of yours when you went there? I mean, also this question to expand it. Once you're already into a typical job, which is giving you some good amount of salary,
Yes.
Is it easy to quit and come back and start something of your own?
So for me, it was a pretty simple decision because I
vision
had
was
started,
clear.
no, not just that. Because I had done my own startup during college. It was something that it had become very clear for me that I loved it.
Right.
And that whole venture was a bunch of just back-to-back failures because we were very new to it, right? But even after that, we were very clear that hey, this is exciting, this is different, and we wanted. While I worked at Rapido and Cred, I enjoyed the process of learning so much because of course, marketing is not something that I come from, that I was not taught in college. So it was a lot of new skills that I acquired.
Yes.
But it was very clear to me that when I saw that I want to dive into a venture, it was a very clear decision. It was not a hard decision.
Fantastic. So the transformation was not a great challenge for you.
No,
you were mentally ready for it.
Yes.
Take us to Streak. Off screen, I was talking with you. I found this very, very interesting. Let my viewers know about it.
Yeah. So it was peak COVID, lockdown. I was at home. My co-founder was in Delhi at his home, and we were sitting one day on a video call, and we were like, okay, we've been thinking about starting a venture for a while. And me personally, in my initial part of my career, and even during college, my dad kept trying to teach me about finance. But because it's such a dry topic, I was like, I don't want to learn.
It was. I mean, being an engineering background, I'm sure you never studied about finance at all.
Yes, that, and plus my family tried to really teach me finance because I come from a Gujarati family. We are, inclined towards finance.
Absolutely.
My father really tried to teach me about finance.
But finance and business comes in your blood, I believe. For the Gujaratis.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, it does. So he tried to push me towards learning it. I always kept running away from it for some reason at that point because it, like I said, it's a dry topic, right? But then I faced a lot of personal finance problems. In the sense that I didn't know how to manage my money.
Right.
I didn't save early during my first salary. I didn't do anything. Didn't invest. And the mindset always is when you are early in your career is that the money is too less right now to save or invest. Right? I want a lot of money to invest in one go. I think that was a big fatal mistake. If I would have understood the crux of finance and compounding, I would have probably made those decisions a little differently.
I mean, that's a mistake, not just for you, it's for the
a lot of people.
Absolutely, yes.
And I think that, and my co-founder was the exact opposite. He had started investing during college.
Okay.
He was very clear about his finances, right? So I used to learn a lot from him. And that's when I realized, okay, maybe the majority is either your kind of people where people are very clear about their finances, or it's my kind of people where people don't know anything what to do. So we were like, okay, let's do a market survey. Let's understand where the people stand. So we started talking to our colleagues. We started talking to a lot of people in different offices. And we realized that a lot of people, majority, don't know what they're doing with their money. They earn a lot of money, but they don't know where to spend it or what to do with it. So, or how to invest. So then Streak was something that we thought was the right solution, which is essentially provide a digital platform to these students where they can get, so most kids get their pocket money in cash. We thought, okay, cash is unsafe.
Right.
It can get lost. Additionally, there's no accounts of it. Kids don't know how to tell their parents where they spend it. And we felt, okay, let's build a digital platform which is simple to onboard for the parent, easy to manage, not another bank account to manage for the parent. A card that is provided to the child, so it's a digital asset that they can use. If they lose it also, it's safe. They can lock the card if they want. And every time they spend, the parent is notified about it. That was the idea initially. And we built that, and that is what we started with. We did our customer surveys. We scaled it around a 1 lakh customer base. And that's when we decided, okay, we started again assessing whether our customers were using the product as we built it for, which is solving the problem of ensuring kids understand money management. But unfortunately, it did not. We were slightly off in our thesis, maybe at that point. But what we realized was that while the product that we built didn't fit the market, the problem that we are trying to solve is still a problem.
Absolutely.
So that's how we came to our, we had a slight change in our business model. We started something called the National Finance Olympiad, which is a financial literacy competitive exam for school students. It imparts financial education to them directly. Parents have, loved the product, and yeah, that's what we've been doing right now.
That's great. Now, you highlighted two very important things here.
Yes.
Even I deliberated that off screen. Fintech, which is of technology,
Yes.
and second, you spoke about literacy.
Correct.
Now, before I get into my actual question, I want to know which categories of students are you tapping? I mean, are you also tapping location-wise only tier 1 cities? Because you need to have a great understanding of the tech as well.
Absolutely.
So, do you find this as a great pitch when you approach maybe rural students? Have you approached rural students, by the way?
We have.
Okay.
So what we did initially was, one thing that we learned very early was that we shouldn't spend any money to get our initial customers.
Right.
It leads to a lot of mistakes.
Okay.
It leads to a lot of hyperskilling, which is unnecessary at that stage of your startup.
Very true.
So we did things that didn't scale. We did things that were extremely manual. So our first couple of schools just came from calls, emails, and nothing else. It was all where we spend no money, only time, because we wanted to really understand the core functionality of the school. Who's the decision maker? How is the decision made? Why would they go for it? Why would they not?
Absolutely.
And that helped us understanding the industry in and out. And also, like, the second thing that is core to our ethos as a company is that we speak to our customers almost every day.
That's nice.
And that helps us ensure that we are aligned always to the customer's needs. We understand that even if our product is evolving, is it evolving in the right direction or not? Is our customer happy with the product or not? Is there anything we can improve? So the iteration cycle is very fast.
Okay.
So that's the two things that we focus on. The question that you asked, right? Like, what segments of the market?
Absolutely.
So we go after school students primarily.
Okay.
It's school students from grade 6 to 12th.
Okay.
And now we are expanding to 5th grade as well. So we focus on that.
That's a
primarily.
perfect market to tap.
Yes, because we feel, so we did a survey. So this is something
Kind of
that
a grassroots level education.
grassroots level education, correct. So we did a report, a financial literacy report, where we compared on how the countries that have a very high financial literacy rate, how did they arrive there?
Absolutely.
And historically, it shows that they had integrated financial literacy into their curriculum very
At
early.
a very early age. Absolutely, yes.
So that has led to their population being very aware about their finances, very clear about their finances, and we feel that it should be the same over here as well. So we took up the initiative, and we are doing that right now. Yeah.
That's great. I mean, something that government is supposed to do, you are doing it now.
We are helping the government do it faster. We are catalyzing the effort. Yeah.
Very good. See, for your product, I believe two people come in between.
Yes.
One is a parent, and second is a school, because you're entering the school.
Correct.
So, did you get the required support from the schools? Because I'm an academician.
Okay.
Usually, the schools will be loaded with a lot of work.
Right.
So, did you get to hear such things? Or we are already loaded with so many work. Now, in between, I don't want to bring this.
Right.
It will even hamper the syllabus, all that for the students. So, anything of that sort?
No, I think that
I'm sure you are not given a red carpet entry. I'm sure.
no, that's the case with any business, right? It's not that simple. That's the adversity that you have to face. But we were actually very surprised with a lot of schools that were very open to it.
Lovely.
And we were very surprised that they were already looking for a product to solve this.
That's
and,
really good to hear.
It felt like the timing aligned very well.
Fantastic.
So we had a really good set of initial schools who welcomed us, who did who conducted the competition, had a good experience. Parents, so I'll tell you what actually happened. We got our first set of schools. After that, the parents started finding out about us and started recommending it to the schools.
Lovely.
And telling them to onboard us. So that loop actually helped us speed up the process of getting schools. So that is when we realized, okay, if we are getting organic push already when we are not even marketing our brand, it's a good sign.
What's the volume size now of Streak in terms of the student numbers?
Right. So National Finance Olympiad right now is we did around 15,000 students last year.
Fantastic.
In participation. We have around 400 plus schools who have onboarded with us, and yeah, we are scaling it this year very rapidly, and we're doing really well.
That's great. While you're talking about educating students, I also find a lot of confusions in the parents as well on the financial products.
Right.
You feel that?
Yes. So
can that be your second byproduct? Until week, where you can also start tapping the parents market.
Maybe. But right now, so there are a lot of products for the adult market as of now. So what we noticed with the parents is that the parents have some level of anxiety with finance. A lot of anxiety. They carry a lot of baggage because they come from a generation which was not taught about finance structured in a structured manner. It was taught like from parents. So most parents again in India are taught they teach their children save money, book an FD. These are the two things that are taught, right? Very few parents understand mutual funds to depth. Very few parents understand stock market to depth. So investments are looked at as a gamble. Like maybe it works, maybe it doesn't.
Absolutely. They use the same word as you said.
Yeah. So we want to get rid of that fear by educating the audience and not by pushing them to just go and invest, just try it out. Because a lot of people will burn their fingers, never come back again. So you want to educate the market, then possibly go towards that.
The statistics says only 25% of the population is actively involved in stock market.
Correct. Yeah, that is low. Even lower is our financial literacy rate, which is around 16.7% of the population. So, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this is the right question, but if you're able to answer, super. I mean, you think why is this literacy? I mean, you feel our financial products are so much complicated that you don't tend to understand this?
I don't think that is the case because financial products are the same across all countries. It's very similar. It's more to do with, okay, if you are not taught English when you were young,
right,
and you suddenly were told to start talking in English when you were like, say, 22, how difficult would you find it?
Absolutely.
It's the same thing. It's a language. It has its own jargon. It has its own terminologies. It feels intimidating because you don't know anything about it, and you don't have a clear path to also learn it. It's very fragmentized on the internet, and for you to go and find everything takes a lot of time, which is why you feel that it's too much effort, and I don't want to do it right now. I'll do it later. I have other things to do, right? Which is why a strategic or more structured approach during your younger age, when you're already learning something, it's easier to grasp this. And if you have your basics, once you have, I'm not even saying that they need to learn the complex things. They need to learn basics. Once they know their basics, complex things are much easier to approach now because it doesn't feel intimidating.
Very true.
Yes.
So somewhere you are hinting me that I don't know if it's right. It was never a priority for us. Giving financial literacy a super thought was never a priority for us.
Maybe we didn't give it a thought because we were still solving the basic education problem as a country. But now that the economy is growing so quickly,
very true,
financial literacy is going to be a backbone.
It is, because we are having the youngest population in the whole world.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I think grassroots level education is the only solution for this particular problem.
Absolutely. Because it's not like the government has not tried. They are pushing so many financial literacy programs for adults through banks. They have so many programs themselves that they are running through SEBI. They have programs, but it's just that the country is way too vast. It's just too many cultures, too many people. So for the government to possibly reach everybody is not going to be an easy feat, and it's going to take time. So we feel that we are going to act as a catalyst to help this become a faster thing and reach more people faster.
Have you approached the finance industry ministry or education ministry? Why can't you route it through government as well and make it mandatory for all such?
It'll happen with time. It'll happen with time. Yes.
Nice. So you are in talks.
Not right now, but as we scale, I believe that it will happen with time because the way we are solving the problem is very approachable for the parents. It doesn't take too much of their time.
You already have made a significant milestone.
Yes. So we feel that it will happen with time.
Fantastic. Very great. I failed to ask this question initially. Where are you tapping this currently? In Karnataka and
It's all over the country. It's all over the country. So our initial schools mainly were based out of Bangalore because we are based out of Bangalore. So we got in touch with all the schools in Bangalore. We have a huge chunk of schools in the Delhi NCR region as well.
Okay.
But now at this point we have students coming from all across the country. We have students coming from Tirunelveli. We have students coming from Belgaum. So it's not just blocked to tier 1 cities anymore.
Okay.
It's expanding very quickly.
What's your team size then?
Our team size is around 12 people.
Okay. Yeah. They work remotely?
No, they all come to office.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice. Pan India, 12 of them.
Yeah, so they are all based out of Bangalore. We all work from office. So everyone, we do work remotely, of course. Like it's not a compulsory come to office, it's a hybrid model. But yeah, it's a lean team. We like to keep it that way.
That's great. Yeah? I mean, you look a born entrepreneur. So I definitely want to ask this question: what in the next bucket list for Mitul and as well as for Sreek?
So
on its way.
Yeah. So our goal is very simple. We have built our core product. We have our core audience that loves our product. Now it's all about scaling. We want to hit the highest numbers possible this year. We've already beat last year's numbers by 3x. So it's only one quarter. So we want to just grow it as fast as possible, reach as many people as possible, help as many people as possible with financial literacy, and ensure that, while we build this business, we create a lasting impact on the audience.
Fantastic. I'm sure our best wishes are always with you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Very important question at this point of time. When you talk about fintech, at the same time, India as a country is witnessing a lot of problems in the cybersecurity aspects of it.
Right.
So have you faced this challenge where people have expressed, okay, your product is good, but we have a challenge in this. What if there is a cyber crime or something that happens to this?
So fintech market.
Have you faced this question?
We have faced a slightly different question, but I think the core of it is the same. Okay. So when we entered the fintech market, what we didn't realize is that the fintech market primarily works on trust, right? From a customer standpoint, because your product is going to work with their money, and trust is a very big factor when it comes to fintech. So gaining the customer's trust is very, very difficult, and that part is what is a big hurdle for a lot of fintechs in the industry. Second is regulation, of course. So but regulations are good, because they help you ensure that cybersecurity is not an issue. And all of that, and ensure that the money of the customer is safe. So ensuring that you are working with the regulators, understanding why they're placing, what regulations they're placing, how to work with them, ensuring that your customer's money is safe, they trust you, is key. Once those questions are answered, answering this question of the customer is pretty easy.
Yes, true. This also comes in a mobile platforms. Why I ask this question is because parents, will they allow the kids to use, because you're targeting the student market,
right,
from 5th to 12th.
Absolutely.
But generally people feel they should be away from the electronic gadgets.
Yeah.
How are you able to convince this part?
Absolutely. So National Finance Olympiad as a product is mostly web.
Okay.
So it's not on mobile. Okay. It's on a web, so they can use it on tablets, computers, mobile. So it's up to their convenience. Right. And we also provide physical copies of the book, so they can always use that to study in case the parents don't want their child to be exposed too much to the.
You have those copies as well.
Yeah, we do give hard copies as well. Streak as a platform, again, like it's something that we are still developing. We are still working on it. We are talking to our customers and ensuring that it extends as a natural next step for them after they learn about money and they learn about all the aspects of money, and they build that curiosity in the child. We want to build a platform where the children can start using a platform to start saving money, start dabbling with investments, but with the parents' guidance. We have students like there are in the 6th grade, after taking the Finance Olympiad, they've gone to their parents, asked them whether they have an FD booked on their name, why don't they have it, how can they open one for them. So they are very curious. It's starting a conversation in the family. So that is what is a sign of, like,
very sure when you started this was the impact you wanted to see.
Yes, this is the impact we wanted to see. Absolutely, it's really motivating. It motivates the whole team to ensure, like, it gives us the indication that we are on the right path, and we just need to stick to what we're doing.
You are like in a national mission here. I mean, this is yes. Not just a streak, but this is what the country needs today.
This is what the country needs, and we are going to ensure that we build the right product for them, and the impact is there.
Fantastic, lovely. I think we have come to the far end of the session. As I said, this is a platform which is viewed by a lot of budding entrepreneurs like you, right, and who want to be the next Mitul in their journey. So what is that bit of advice that you want to give them?
There are only 2 to 3 key things that you need to do as an entrepreneur. It's having self-belief on some level, because self-doubt is something that is rampant and common between everyone as humans. So, and you will have, when you start your entrepreneurship journey, there will be a lot of people saying that you won't be able to do it, or there will be X amount of issues. But have some level of self-belief in yourself. Ensure that you can back yourself in situations. Second is perseverance. there'll be 100 failures before one success.
Absolutely.
Just ensure that you keep your head down, work, and move forward. And always learn from failures. Don't be afraid of failing, because that's one thing that is constant with entrepreneurship. Success is not constant. Success is a one-time thing. So it's failures, and don't get demotivated by just looking at the big startups. That only one startup became big out of 100. But you don't see the 100 failures that even that one startup went through over the last 15 years. So you don't see everyone's journey always. So keep your head down, work, and you will get there.
When I talk to a lot of these entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs, I would say, they always have this vision, I have to have my own unicorn and all that.
Right.
That's great. The vision is great. But nobody talks about the journey that took them to be a unicorn.
Absolutely. Nobody talks about that. But I think it's crucial to talk about that, because
very much crucial.
Only looking at a unicorn is very misleading.
True.
I feel. Yeah.
Absolutely. Great. Students, I think we had a wonderful interaction. Matul's journey, though it was short because he's quite young, the journey had a lot of takeaways for all of us. But starting from his initial interaction, the point that he raised, a key ingredient, I would say, for any entrepreneurs, never quit attitude.
Yes.
It's very, very important. And do always what you love, right? And also grabbing or converting a challenge into an opportunity. For example, Streak, if I'm right, was started during the COVID time.
Yes.
Where people all were demotivated to the core, and you came up with your own something.
Yes.
Right? So these are all lessons which unfortunately the textbook never teaches. Yes. Right? This is something that you should learn by yourself and learn from the experiences of the guests that we had. I think I had an incredible podcast. On behalf of all my viewers, I thank Mitul for this time for us. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
I'm sure there's a lot of takeaways for you from this session. Before you end, don't forget to like us and subscribe us on all the social media platforms, GIBS IRE Talks, GIBS Podcast, GIBS Business Schools. At the same time, my personal request to all of you, follow Mitul in LinkedIn and other social media platforms. You tend to learn a lot of things over there. For now, this is Guru Prasad signing off. Thank you for watching.